Hello everybody! This is your teacher, Mamshi again, your math teacher for today. And we are now in Algebra 1. Let's go! Before we will start with our topic for today, let us understand first what is algebra. Now let's start. Our topic here, ta-da! Our topic for today is about evaluate expressions, with our objective that at the end of this topic, I am expecting everyone that you know how to evaluate expressions and with the use of exponents. But we will understand first what are these terms here all about. And let us define also what is algebra. And now let us define algebra. Algebra is the branch of mathematics that helps in the representation of problems or situations in the form of mathematical expressions. So, it is a branch of math and will represent problems in mathematical expressions. Now, let's have here, I will evaluate algebraic expressions. We have the meaning, we have the operation, and let us also understand what is that exponent that we're talking about that we're going to use. So we have here this algebraic expression, 5n. 5 times n. 5n. This parenthesis is a multiplication operation. This dot is multiplication operation instead of using x, since x here could be a variable. So, if possible, do not use x as your operation for multiplication in algebra, since your audience, your reader, or you yourself will get confused. What is that x all about? Is this an operation or is this a variable? So again, you can use the parenthesis, the dot sign for multiplication, or just a number and a variable. It is understood that that is a multiplication operation. Next, we have here 14 over y. Over, we've learned from our previous topic, over means division. So, 14 divided by y. 14 divided by y, that is the meaning. The operation, when you can see the bar sign, that means division. Next, we have 6 plus c. That is addition, of course, the plus sign. And 8 minus x is also, the sign is subtraction, so that means subtraction. A variable, a letter used to represent a number. A variable could be any letters in the alphabet or any variable that you're going to use representing a certain thing, a certain situation. Algebraic expression is an expression that includes at least one variable. So when we say algebraic expression, it contains at least one variable. It could be A, B, C, D. So you can sing the alphabet and you can use all those as your variable to represent a certain number in your problem. Let's do the math. So we have here algebraic expressions. Let's give some examples. What is this algebraic expressions looks like? We have 2x. I've just told you that you cannot use x for the multiplication operation because x could be your variable. You cannot just simply write 2x times x. It's not correct. So again, do not use x as your multiplication operation when you put a number and a variable together without an operation that you can see between these two. That is understood that that is a multiplication. Another is you have x over 4. X divided by 4. So we have the multiplication, we have the division. You can also have x plus 2. Or you have x minus 2. Why is it all x? Is it only x that can be used as a variable? No! You can use any letters in the alphabet as the variable. So I could also say here 2b, 3c, 5y. I could also say 3b over 4. Here you have 4c over 3d. These are examples of algebraic expressions. Now let us also understand that some expressions have exponents. What is an exponent? So let's say here, exponent. So I will write this here, or exponents. Some variables contains an exponent. Let's give you this x squared plus 1. X squared plus 1. This 2 is called an exponent. An exponent is a number written on the upper right side of a number or a variable. So this one, x squared, this 2 is on the upper right side, and it is smaller than this variable or number here. Another one is 2 squared plus y. We have the variable, we have this number with an exponent, and that means we have this exponent here on the upper right side of a number. So these are some of the examples that we can understand what is an algebraic expression. Remember, an algebraic expression contains at least one variable. So we have here one variable, at least, so that's the minimum number of variables that you can have. How about if we are going to put here 2xy? Is that still an algebraic expression? We have x and y. Yes, this is still an algebraic expression because the definition says at least one variable. So, it could be 2, 1, 2, 3, or more variables you have in an expression. And again, remember that we are now in our first algebra topic. The fraction that we've discussed in our previous lesson are just a prerequisite to learn this, just like this one that we use fraction or the division operation, or representing the division operation. Okay, so let us evaluate algebraic expressions. We have here these variables. If a is equal to 2, c is equal to 4, x is equal to -1, y is equal to 0, then let's have number 1 using these variables present here. Suppose you have 2a divided by 2. How will you evaluate this? To evaluate an algebraic expression, just substitute your a, since we have only a here, substitute your a by the value here. If a is equal to 2, so 2 times 2, I'm using parentheses here as a symbol for multiplication, over 2, and we have 4 over 2. Is this the final answer? Is this your final answer? Still not, because 4 is divisible by 2. Always remember, write your answer in simplest form. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Another, you have 3xy. Okay, we have here 3xy. What operation is 3xy? You didn't see any operation here. That's understood that that is a multiplication operation. So simply substitute x and y with their values. So 3 times negative 1 times 0. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. But negative 3 times 0 is equal to 0. So the final answer is 0. Number 3. You have 3a plus 4c minus y plus xy. So 3a. So we have here our a is 2. Very important that you are going to substitute first before you solve so that it's easier for you to look back which part is not correct. And easier for you to look back to check your work if you get it right or not. Plus, continue, 4 times 4 minus y is 0 plus your x is negative 1 times your y again is 0. 3 times 2, 6. So you have here 4 times 4, 16 minus 0 minus 0. Then the final answer, 6. So you don't need to worry about the zeros here. 6 plus 16, the answer is 22. One last example here. 2x over AC. 2x over AC. So, remember our x is negative 1. So, 2 times negative 1 over A is 2, C is 4, 2 times 4. And so, you have 2 times negative 1, negative 2 over 8. Simplest form. So, you have to divide the numerator and denominator by 2, and you have negative 1 over 4, the final answer. Questions? So I have here another set of variables again with their assigned numbers. If m is equal to 3, n is equal to 1, p is equal to negative 1, s is equal to negative 2, let us do some examples with exponents. So, for example, we have here 3m squared. What is our m again? 3. So, that is 3 times 3 squared. Remember, the variable is raised to the power of 2. So, your number here, assigned for m, which is 3, also must be raised to the power of 2. And that is 3 times 9. 3 squared is 3 times 3. So this is 3 times 3. And you have 3 here. And now 3 times 9 is 27. Very easy. Number 2. Suppose you have 2mn squared over 3s. Yes, 3s. Now substitute first the value of the variables before you simplify. So 2, your m is 3, your n is 1. So 1 to the power of 2 over 3, your s is negative 2. And now simplify. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 squared means 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 6 is 6. 3 times negative 2. 3 times negative 2. Negative sign. Positive times negative is negative. So you have negative 6. Now, can we simplify our answer? Yes, of course. Numerator and denominator are both divisible by 6, so you can divide. But remember, you have a negative sign here. Do not forget to bring the negative sign. If possible, write it first so that you will not forget the sign. And 6 divided by 6 is 1. So the answer is -1. It's your time to shine. For your time to shine activity today, you have 3 problems to solve for 5 minutes. Remember that constant practice makes perfect. Alright, so we have here these 3 problems with our variables with assigned numbers or assigned values. And 5 minutes, go! Are you done? Alright, let's check your answer if you got it right. Let's start with number 1. First, substitute these values here given on the problem before you simplify. So we have here 3 and our p is -1 times -1. Remember, this is multiplication divided by 2 times 3. 3 times -1 is -3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 is divisible by 3. So we can reduce our answer now into simplest form. We have -1 over 2. Did you get it right? Number 2. We have an exponent here. 2n squared plus 3s. Our n is 1. So 2n 2 times 1 to the power of 2 plus 3 times -2. Our s is -2. 1 squared, 1 to the power of 2, 1 times 1, that is still 1 times 2, so you have 2. 3 times -2, positive times negative is negative. So you have plus -6. Or you can simply write that way. 2 minus 6. Copy the sign of this -6 here, that is negative. Subtract their number, and that is 4. Very easy. Number 3. 3, m is 3, n is 1, minus 2, your p is -1. You have here raised to the power of 3. 3 times 3, 9, times 1, still 9. Let's start with inside this parenthesis here. -1 times -1 is +1. +1 times -1, positive becomes negative. So this is -1. -2 times -1, negative becomes positive. So you have 9 plus 2 equals 11. So the final answer now is 11. That's all for today. This is your teacher, Manshi. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. And if you have questions, I will answer that on the comment section. See you again on our next video. And Teacher Manshi. Bye-bye.